welcome to Collecting Chaos. My name is James, and this is Coffee with Chaos. Good stuff. Good stuff. I like my coffee. Hot, cold, warm, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's all good. I've got a kind of a little bit of a different show tonight. I've got some things to show you. Of course, I've got the stuff that I pressed, the magazines and comics. I've got like 4 magazines to show you. Well, actually, there's 7, but you'll understand when I'm showing them to you. And I've got the usual number of comics. And then I've got what I bought today at the comic shop. You know, the new comics I bought at the comic shop, and a couple of older ones that I bought. And then some other stuff that was dropped off the house here that I haven't decided what I'm going to pay for yet. Now, some of it I've made an arrangement on how I'm going to do it. I'm going to clean it up, put it on eBay. If it sells within a couple of months, fine. We'll split it right down 50-50. If it doesn't sell, well, I'll just give them back. I don't care. And I've got some magazines. Same guy, he dropped off some magazines, and I'll show you a few of those. I'm not going to show you all of them, just a few, see what your reaction is to that. And really, that's about it. There's not a whole lot going on. Of course, last Saturday, my battery died again in my car. Yeah, the one I just traded in, it died again. So I went online and I ordered a new battery charger because my old one doesn't work. And there's a good reason why it doesn't work. You see, one of the big alligator clips that are on the end of it, yeah, it came off. So that's why it doesn't work. I mean, I can get it to work if I really try, but it's not worth the effort. That, and it's a dead battery, so battery chargers aren't going to fix it. Oh, hi, Molly. I didn't even know Richard had a daughter. Nobody ever tells me anything. So anyway, I bought a Genesis 5, a Noco Genesis 5 battery charger. It's supposed to be able to charge a dead battery. And I hooked it up. And there's no instructions, so I had to go online and find the instructions on how to use it. Did that. Got it into their super secret mode for charging batteries that are less than 7 volts. And this 1.7 volt battery that I had, 3 months old, came around. It's nearly fully charged. Yeah, okay, that's a good thing. So yeah, that's where we're sitting at right now. Let me take this towel off the back here. And I will go ahead and start showing some of these magazines that I pressed this week. So we're going to switch over to my other camera. And first up, we've got Howard the Duck number 5. It came out all right. Magazines are a little more difficult to press than comics, but they come out pretty good. And I've got a Howard the Duck number 6. Again, it came out pretty nice. I like that. John Pound did the cover on both of these, I believe. No, Larry Fredericks did the cover on this one. John Pound did the cover on that one. And here's number 7, and John Pound did the cover on that. Now, if you don't have a number 7 Howard Duck magazine, I can kind of understand the reason, because I think I have most of them. Now, I only have 3. But 3 might be too many. I might have to sell some of them. And then I have a number 8. Also, John Pound did the cover on this one also. And another number 8. And I'll show you my third number 8 next week. So those are the magazines I pressed. Really, I only pressed 4 different magazines, but I pressed 7 total. I pressed my magazines for 24 hours. And then I change them out. Set those there. Next, we got comic books. First off, this is Betty, number 15 from 1994. Stan Goldberg did the cover art on that one. It turned out pretty nice. It's still a mid-grade comic, but it turned out pretty nice. And from 1968, we have Mickey Mouse, number 119. It's a lower mid-grade copy. It's got a long crease here, a couple of creases there, but overall it presents pretty nicely. Turned out all right. From 1958, this is Gene Autry Comics, number 56. I really should do some work on this one. It could use some conservation. And I may get around to that someday, but I have too many other comics that I'd rather work on. 1976, Gene Colan, Tomb of Dracula, number 46. This one turned out really nice. And from 1958, we have Spooky, the Tough Little Ghost, number 23. It turned out better than I expected. It's still got some flaws, but it's pretty nice. (1966). This is Hawkman number 13. Of course, Murphy Anderson doing the artwork on that. Another pretty nice copy. From 1981, I think. Probably not. I don't have the date on here properly, so I don't know exactly when it was published. But this is Crossroads number 4 with a Steve Rude cover. Or no. Yeah, Steve Rude cover. Really nice cover showing the Hammer of God. And in 1986, here's Dave Sim doing Cerebus number 83. Classics Illustrated 64-82 from 1951. This is Treasure Island, and that's an Alex Bloom cover. From 1986, David Stenlight. Or Stenicht. Giant-sized mini comics, number 2. Next up, Vanguard Illustrated, number 5, 1984, Mike Kaluta cover. What a great cover. see, here's a Blue Beetle modern reprint number 3. Steve Ditko artwork on the cover. Turned out pretty nice. Betty number 18, Stan Goldberg, from 1994. She says, I think I've added a new meaning to the term babysitting. Next up, Mickey Mouse 121. Paul Murray did the cover of this. And this one is from 1969. Gene Autry Comics number 48. This one turned out real nice. Really happy with this one. This is from December 1950. The Gene Colan cover on Tomb of Dracula number 47. From 1966, Spyman number 2. And Joe Simon cover, but this little insert here was done by Jim Steranko. In 1967, Hawkman 17, more Murphy Anderson goodness. Ruse of the Robbing Raven. You can still see the creases, but they're not there. I mean, you can see the creases, but they don't indent on the comic on the spine any longer. There's Joe Staton, E-Man number 24 from 1985. Cerebus 84 in 1986. Of course, Dave Sim does all the covers for Cerebus, as well as the interior art. And we've got Classics Illustrated again, another Treasure Island. This is number 64-166. In 1984, you got the Gru Special, Sergio Aragon's Gru Special, The Wanderer, Gru the Wanderer. This is special number 1. As far as I know, it was the only special that he did. And then we've got George Perez doing Vanguard Illustrated number 6. I believe his writing is down here on the rail. It might not be. His writing is here somewhere. It's just, it's not easy to find. Was an amazing artist. Pat Boyette did this cover for Fightin' Marines, number 121. One of my favorite Charlton artists, Pat Boyette. I think it turned out really nice. Welcome, just here browsing. Glad you could stop in. And there's Betty number 19. Of course, Dan DiCarlo did the artwork on it. You can tell there's a signature right there. Unfortunately, not an actual signature, but you know, at least he got credit for doing the cover. Next up, from 1965, we have a Dan Gormley cover on this Mighty Mouse, number 162. He's coming to save the day. From 1958, we have 4-color, number 924, Colt 45. This is a really nice copy. It's got a few flaws, but overall, I'd give it a fine minus. Another Gene Colan Tomb of Dracula from 1976. Got a chip out of the bottom there. From 1963, Spooky, number 73. Good stuff. We like Spooky. Another Murphy Anderson Hawkman. This is number 18 from 1967. Yeah, 1967. Really nice copy. Was sold in the UK. There's the circle where they stamped it. More Joe Staton goodness with E-Man from 1985. Cerebus, number 85. Dave Sim, of course. John Parker did the artwork on this 1964 Classics Illustrated number 3, Count of Monte Cristo. Hotspur number 1, Timothy Truman art. It's the only one I have. I don't have number 2 and 3. It's got some creases down here. I'll put it as a mid-grade copy, but yeah, because it's got a little tear there. And finally, another Mike Kaluta on this Vanguard Illustrated number 7. Mike Kaluta is such a good artist. And that is what I pressed this week. A lot of comics. I do a lot of pressing. Yeah, George Perez did all kinds of stuff. You just never knew what he was going to, what comic he was going to work on, and his art was always spectacular, no matter what he did. Before I show what I got at the comic shop today, I'm going to show something else. And these were dropped off to me. I'm going to clean them up. I'm going to put them on eBay, and then I'm going to split the money that they sell for, if they sell. I'm only going to put them up for like 2 months. And if they sell, I'll split the money with the guy that I got them from. And if they don't sell, I'm just going to give them back to them. Starting with the Thundercats thermos. And this is from this was made in 1985 for the lunchbox, but we don't have the lunchbox. But the thermos is usually harder to find, and it needs to be cleaned up pretty bad. Next, we've got from Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Yeah, it's got the date on there, but I'm not going to try to read it right now. And then we've got 1994 Power Rangers from 1994. My Little Pony. From 1986. And the one that I actually think will sell, Mask. I think this one might actually sell. I don't know about the rest of them, but I think this one will. I can't tell the date on it because it's black on dark blue. But yeah, I think that one might actually sell. It kind of all depends on how bad the inside is. And that's true with all of these. So that's, like I said, that was dropped off with me, and I'm going to clean them up. I'll put them on eBay, and we'll split it. If it sells, we'll split it, and if not, I'm just going to give them back to them. Now let's take a look at what I got from the comic book store today. Starting with Batman Superman World's Finest 2026 Annual number 1. DC's Hawkgirl Summer number 1. Detective Comics 2026 Annual number 1. Got Lobo on it. And that's the main cover. There's the main cover. And this is this is one of the variants. I like this. I liked both the variants, so I picked them both up. And this is Justice League Night Vision Special, number 1, with Batman and Lex Luthor. There's the regular cover for it. we've got Superman Year 1000, 2026 Annual number 1. There's the regular cover. And I figured I had to buy this. It's a Creature from the Black Lagoon Lives, number 1. It's a black and white special. I like black and white. Kind of cool. And I also got number 2. Now, why would I buy Creature from the Black Lagoon? Well, I'll show you in a little bit. Then I got the Harley Quinn Elvira crossover, number 1. Number 2. Number 3. That one has Power Girl. Number 4. Number 5. And number 6. So I got all of those. It's Linsner art on quite a few of them. Well, on 2 of them anyway. Yeah, the last 2, number 5 and 6, that's Joseph Michael Linsner on that. So. Very nice. I didn't know Steve Rude had a channel. I'll have to dig it up. Why did I buy the Creature? Well, you know, I was wearing my T-shirt. So when I saw those, I had to buy them. We'll show you a few other things that the guy dropped off. I don't know if I buy them, I'm only going to pay like 10 cents, maybe 25 cents a piece for them, if that. Number 1, they're in really bad shape, and number 2, I don't know if I can sell them or not. And that's the main reason I'd be buying them, is to resell them. So let's take a look at that. Go back over to that camera. This is 1998 Sports Illustrated with Babe Ruth on the cover. It's in pretty bad shape. I figured I could press it, maybe make it look a little better. I don't know. Is that cut? If it's cut, then there's nothing I can do. Oh no, it's not cut. It's just messed up. 1995 World Atlas. Yeah, if it was like 1945 or something, or 1950, I could probably sell it pretty easy. 1995, the world hasn't changed that much since then. It's a Life magazine special, The Mystery of Mary. This, I think, came out in 1995 also. No, 1996. On some of these magazines, they're not worth anything, but the advertisements in them sometimes are. I got a National Geographic world map from 1993. Civil War Research Associates Series, Civil War Handbook. From 1961. But this says 1979, so. That has some pictures in it. wish I had this back in the 70s when I was putting together a Civil War army for miniatures, because it has color plates. And then there's a whole stack of Civil War related magazines, all of them from around the same time frame. I think they all came out around around the 80s or 90s, maybe earlier. Let's see. Reissued in 1990. American History Illustrated from 1974. American Heritage Civil War Special from 1990. A bunch of Civil War times from about the same era, right around 1990 or so. Let's see, 1998. But they've got some nice prints in them. Somebody might like to get them. Like I said, I have a whole stack of stuff just related to the Civil War, all printed around the same time, from right around the 90s. I don't want to get into those too much. I just thought I'd show you a few of them. And then he also dropped off some comic books. I'll show a few of those. I'm not going to show you all of them. We've got Alf number 22. DMZ number 1. Johnny the Homicidal Maniac number 3. Probably a reprint or a later printing. I don't think that's the original. There's number 7, that's a third print. Number 6 is a third print. Number 4 is a 6th print. Number 2 is a 5th print. Here's number 5. I have no idea what print that is. I'll have to take the tags off of these. That's not a problem. I do that pretty easy. A copy of Lenore number 1 from Slave Labor Graphics. And Squee number 1, also from Slave Labor Graphics. There's Strangers in Paradise number 5. It's signed down here. Superboy 34. Minor Key, because first appearance of Yellow Perk. DC Comics presents number 29, Jim Starlin cover. Draculina Blood Simple number 1. Four Color Comics, number 1226, Nikki, Wild Dog of the North. Don't have that. That's from 1961. That's based on the stamp. Oh, yeah, and it says 1961 Walt Disney Productions. Mask number 2. Rachel Rising number 42. Last issue. Daredevil number 1 variant. There's Wildcats number 10, Jim Lee. Batman Hush, Ash Can. Chapter 2 preview. UFO Flying Saucers. I'm not sure what number that is. Probably a later one based on the fact that it's Whitman. Boris Karloff, Tales of Mystery from November 1970. Another Boris Karloff, Tales of Mystery. This is from June of 1972. Tales of Mystery, October 1972. Really bad spine roll on that. There's one from April 1972. And this one is December 1972. This one is from June of 1967. And March of 1970. And this is December 1967. That bag needs to be changed bad. Kenneth Berg, glad to see you could stop in. Oh yeah, most of them are probably done by George Wilson. I don't know. I'll have to look them up at some point. I don't think I have any of these in my collection. A few more here. Supergirl number 1, special edition. Supergirl Day, special edition. I'll have to add that to my collection. I don't have that one. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, Supergirl Day, Supergirl of the World, Supergirl Day, another Woman of Tomorrow, for Supergirl Day, and another one. This is actually the one they sold with Infinite Frontier. Here's a Web of Spider-Man Annual number 3. Web of Spider-Man 115. Number 114. Giant Size Wolverine Old Man Logan, number 1. X-Men 212. This has been exposed to water or moisture. You can tell from the wrinkles. Let's see. Marvel Comics presents number 72. Infinite Crisis number 3. Future's End number 12. G.I. Joe Digest number 1. You just never see that. I didn't even know this existed. This is a Spawn 21. Superman Day 2026 Special Edition. Another Superman Day. The Action Comics 701. Superman number 90. Superman 92. Very cool. Dantonese. Like I said, I've never seen one of the. Well, I've seen the digest, but I never saw a G.I. Joe one. Batman number 1 Rebirth. Batman 510. Love Kelly Jones artwork. Legends of Dark Knight 63. Huntress number 2. Batman Adventures 22. Shadow of the Bat number 30. Batman and the Justice League number 1. This one actually has, somebody put a different barcode over it, so that'll have to be removed. That's going to be rough. Batman the Dark Knight number 2 from 1952. It looks like it was signed. Yeah, it says Finch on it. That's been signed. I don't know if that's his actual signature or not. I'll have to look it up. Detective Comics 663 and Detective Comics 667. So, pretty cool stuff on those. I don't know if I'll just offer them some money for those, or if I'll try to sell them first and then offer them some money. I don't know yet. We'll find out when I make an offer, if I make an offer. So that's pretty much what I've got to show today. Not a whole lot, a little bit. Next week, I'm going to dig out some science fiction covers from my collection. So we'll have a science fiction theme for next week. The week after that, I think all of my PC comics will be pressed. And we'll go through and I'll show you all my PC comics. And as I'm doing it, I've got a checklist somewhere. I made a checklist for that. And I have no idea where I put it. That's about right. That's about the way I do things. Make a checklist. Forget what you do with it. Yeah. That's okay. I'll print out another one. But as I go through them, I'll check them off. See how close I am to having them all. Like I said, next week I'll do science fiction. And then the week after that, if all of my PC comics are pressed, I'll go ahead and show all of my PC comics. And when I do that, after I do that, just like I did with the with those other comics that I listed, I think it was the DC prints, or not, what was it? Oh, it was the Malibu comics that I did for the Ultraverse. Just like I did the Ultraverse, I printed out all a checklist for those. I'll put in the community tab, I'll put in a checklist for the PC comics. So anybody that wants to collect them will have a way to quickly see what they need. And then I'll start pressing my Atlas comics. My Atlas comics don't really need pressing because most of them are high grade anyway, but you know, I'm gonna press them anyway. So, and then once I finish pressing all of those, I will do a checklist of my Atlas comics. I know I have all the Atlas comics. I don't have everything that Seaboard did, but I do have all the Atlas comics. So we'll do that. So that'll be a ways in the future because I have quite a few. Not a whole lot going on tonight. I don't have a whole lot to show. Went through it a little quicker than I expected. It happens. I will try to pull some. I'll try to pull some good science fiction comics out. May do some crossover type. You know, it's superhero, but it's also science fiction. Might do a few of those. There's a lot of those in the early '60s. There's actually a few science fiction-y war comics that might be worth pulling out if I can find them. So, and of course, you'll see some Dave Stevens because of science fiction, and Dave Stevens did some science fiction. So you'll see a little bit of that too. And next week, I've already, this week, pressed the last of my Howard the Duck magazines. So we will go to the next magazine line, which is Savage Tales. Now, there were only 11 of those, and I don't know if I have them all. I do know I have at least the first 5 or 6 of them. So we'll find out as we go through it. And of course, the first one I pressed was number 1. Savage Tales number 1 from 1970 or 71. I think it was 71. First appearance of the Man-Thing. Beautiful John Buscema painted cover. And we'll show that next week. I think that's going to be it for this week. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot going on, and we'll see you next week, 8 o'clock Central, just like every week. You know, don't have a really long show tonight. Don't have a whole lot to talk about. Yeah. Well, actually, if you look at the late 1950s, early 1960s superhero comics from DC, most of them are science fiction based. The Flash, he was a scientist. Lightning struck. He got covered in chemicals that gave him this superpower. It's a science fiction kind of theme. Green Lantern, it's a science fiction kind of theme. Oh, that's okay, Dantonese. You can always go back and watch it and make a comment, you know. But yeah, that's what they did. And I might show a few of them like that. Like I said, everybody, take care, everybody. Have yourself a great week, and we'll see you next Wednesday, 8 o'clock Central. I will be here. Take care, everybody. Bye.